Hi, this is Will Harrington, owner and creative director of Photo House Films. Welcome to our new series, The Wedding Ways. Join us as we take a deep dive into the wedding community and all it has to offer. Along the way, we'll share tips and insights from some of the top wedding professionals, sharing their unique and creative take on this ever-changing industry. So sit back, relax, and let us be your guide on this exciting journey to discovering your perfect wedding day experience.
Hey everybody, this is Will Harrington, creative director and owner of Photo House Films. Today we are here with Amy Maulding from Villa Antonia. We're so excited that this is the first destination of our new education program that we're going to be offering to all of our clients and friends. What we're going to be focused on today is going through the venue and looking at it from the standpoint of your photographer and videographer. So as we go through this amazing place, we're going to be focused mainly on all those little hidden areas, the best places to put yourself, best practices throughout the day. It's going to be such a great journey. And Amy, really, I thank you for letting us come out today. Tell us a little bit about Villa and why you love it so much.
You're so welcome. We love the team at Photo House Films. So Villa Antonia is a one-of-a-kind, Tuscan-inspired, Mediterranean estate just on the outskirts of Austin in the Texas Hill Country. When you have a wedding here, you get to encapsulate all of the Mediterranean vibes that help make your day one of a kind.
All right, so one of the best kept secrets here at Villa is the back area of the bridal suite. It is completely versatile, and I'm about to show you a few great areas to use while you're up here. All right, so the first spot we want to talk about is the back side of it with this beautiful lush green behind it as the sun's coming through. So if you notice, and you will notice, it is a crazy sunny, bright day. So this is a beautiful shaded area to use all the time with your bridesmaids, partners, and friends. Let's say that people have shown up early, you need a new place to shoot, but you don't want to be on the grounds yet, exposing your dress to family and friends that are downstairs. Bring your bridal group up here. It's a beautiful place to get great light, really nice, even distributed light to take some of your photographs. Location 2, behind the bridal suite, is obviously looking over the hills of Lake Travis and the beautiful hill country where you can line up your group. The trick here is, remember, when you're playing around with sun, this is the time that you embrace sun. When you come into these areas, set up, do a fun shot with your group. You can bring family into this area. As I'm fully exposed here, so is our beautiful background of the hill country. So you've got beautiful shade for soft imagery, and then of course opening it completely up without, again, any of the patrons or your family seeing you while you're trying to kind of keep hidden. It's a beautiful location to shoot. That's shoot location number 2. All right, location number 3 behind the bridal suite is obviously the bell tower. It's one of our favorite places to shoot. Now, I'm not talking about up in the bell tower, which we'll go to next. What I'm actually talking about is in front of it. If you want those huge, bold imagery of you in your dress, your partner standing beside each other, it's a really, really powerful impact shot. Shooting low to high in the full sun is some of the best images that we've created. I highly recommend you try this. Great for family photos, great for the bridal party photos. You can't go wrong with the bell tower in your background. The bell tower. It's a really, really unique place at Villa that you have to come up and see. Now, normally I'm not bringing couples up here until after the ceremony, but if you're a bride and you just want to check it out, have a moment alone, just for the views alone, without anyone, your photographer, videographer, it's a great place just to come and take in a few minutes of the day. Once you guys are together as a couple, coming up here, seeing the 360 views of the entire area, having a quiet moment to yourself. What we try to do when we're photoing and videoing this is let y'all have this space and do it more in a documentary style where we're kind of like the fly on the wall. It's just the two of y'all, a moment after the ceremony, taking a quick break. And then honestly, we usually actually go down the stairs, give y'all a minute alone before we move on to the next portrait session area. One of the other great things about the bell tower is it is the tallest point on the entire property. So you really do get the opportunity to check out all the views as high as you can. It's a great place to come to see this venue in its entirety. Okay, one of the best kept secrets about Villa is the spot I'm standing in. One of the things we're really going to talk to you about when you're setting up your pictures for the day, speaking with your photographer, is that where is the sun going to set at each venue? And in Villa, though we have the beautiful sprawling hill country, it's actually on the back side of the building. And so many times that opportunity is missed. Now, you're still going to get amazing pictures, and we'll shoot a ton in lots of different areas. But if you want the golden hour, if you want that beautiful intertwining with your partner, really tight moments with golden sun peering in behind you, these are the spots to shoot in. Make sure you take advantage of it when your wedding is at Villa Antonia on the back steps of the bridal room suite. Without a doubt, one of my favorite rooms on this entire property is the bridal suite. Completely redone from head to toe in almost every single corner. There are so many different stories to tell in this room. Let's go take a look and see what the new Villa Antonia bridal suite has to offer. The first thing I notice when I enter the bridal suite at Villa is the amazing depth of this room. And what I mean by depth is, as a photographer and a videographer, you want to be able to space yourself out. You don't want to be right on top of the client, because that gets into their head. They're trying to get dressed. They're trying to do these things throughout the day. We prefer to be more like a fly on the wall. By having this space in the bridal suite, it gives us 10, 20, 30, 40 different viewpoints or storylines to tell the bride, the bridesmaids, her family, and everything that's occurring on that day. It's a huge advantage to have this kind of space. Let me show you a couple of things that work really well. So already from here, I want you to take a look at this frame. Look at the colors, look at the size, look at the depth of this camera that I'm actually shooting this video in. Now imagine this is you and your family, and you're hanging out and you're laughing and you're having fun. Look at the story that's being told. Look at the accents that have been created in this room. Look at the artwork above me. It's all adding to the symmetry to make my story come alive, right? This is what we want to be focusing on. And if we didn't have this depth within this room, it would not be telling the same compelling story. Let me show you two last places that I love about this bridal suite. Okay, I'm not really sure if I want to share this area with you, but it is one of the newest areas in the bridal suite at Villa Antonia, and I guess I have to. Okay, here is the new private dressing area, and I am totally in love with it. Okay, we've already talked about the depth and the size of this bridal studio, but this room brings something quite different. So remember this, the smaller the space can also be the more impact, okay? And what I mean by that is when you start to shrink things and make it singular where I'm standing, everything comes to light. So in this new room, the private dressing room, I will 100% be dressing my couples here or the bride here 99% of the time, because as you see as I walk around, I've got the side light from this area. I have the frosted glass that I can turn here. I've got the window shot that I can go to, all the while not getting inner space, filming outside this room, just like we're doing today. We have the larger mirror in here, or let's expand upon that. You and your mom are here. The girls are still over here, all getting ready, and you just want that moment to slow the day down. This is the room, because now as my dress is being put on and I'm looking or talking to them, all of this is being captured in a very intimate setting with just a few people. Love the new private dressing room. It's one of my favorite new areas. I know I've said that, and I'll probably have more favorite areas as we continue to go through this tour. Thumbs up to Villa Antonia for creating this room. And yet another amazing area of this bridal suite is the center foyer. And what we love to use this for is dad first looks. Now, I'm a dad myself. My daughter's only 15, but I know it's going to be here someday. And having that intimate moment with your parent is one that I think is even more important than a first look. And this small area here provides a great storytelling. I love the tile. I love the look. All the girls can be out of the way when he comes around the corner. It's still another area for just you to be and for y'all to have yet another compelling moment. I love this room, the makeup room, the finishing room, powder room, whatever you want to call it. I call it the room of mirrors. As a photographer, I like to do things quite differently in this room. I may still go up and get a clean makeup shot, but I'd like to have all the bridesmaids in here, making it a little busy, using all the reflections and the refractions from even the small mirrors to create more of the excitement of the day, that moment when we're, getting ready to get in our dresses, those final touches that we're doing. Just another great, huge room, by the way, with tons of mirrors, almost 360 degrees worth of mirrors, so that each person has their own area. They don't have to fight over a location. Bravo to Villa Antonia for creating such a smart room to allow the girls to spread out, have a moment of their own as well while they're working. Great job. As far as I know, and also in the surrounding areas, there's really not another place to have a first look like the upstairs balcony at Villa Antonia. It's absolutely one of my favorite. It's very soft, it's very spoken, it really focuses in on the couple, and it's something that I just want to show you kind of how we usually play this out. You can do it a lot of different ways. You can have partner or groom stand here, you can have the bride stand here, while the other person leads into this center symmetry. But to have what you have behind you, to have the railings, to have this moment of really concise love. And if you take a stance from the photographer, videographer, and let this actually play out in this calming, beautifully created area, there's just really nothing like it. I highly encourage you to at least think about having your first look up here. It's one of a kind, and you're going to be so glad that you did this. Next, I want to talk about the groom's room. Now, grooms, you've got a pretty easy day. It's one of my favorite jokes to talk to clients and couples about. Grooms, make sure you show up on time. Make sure you got your suit or your tux on and you're good to go, and then you pretty much get to hang out with your friends the rest of the day. And once again, Villa did a great job of setting this up. There's tons of space to be able to hang out with your best friends. There's 2 separate balconies in your room, which I just absolutely love, to go out, meet and greet, spend a few minutes alone. It's a great place. It's got a private bathroom in the back along with the shower as well. It's a top-notch location. We love the space. We love the colors. And again, we've already talked about it. We absolutely love the natural light. Plenty of places to put your groom, dad, groom, mom, groom, brothers, sisters all together and get some fantastic shots of storylines. This is the groom's room. The grand staircase at Villa. What else is there to say? Take a look at the lines that are created using this space, the open Mediterranean feel of the tiles. We love to use this area for couple portraits, and I highly recommend at some point throughout the day or evening that you find yourself on these steps, getting a few romantic, intimate poses. You're not going to regret it. Another great thing to do is, if you have the photo manpower, more than one photographer, is if you're coming down these steps, which you will be with your dad or parent, whoever's leading you down, shooting this shot and going into a black and white photograph or film is a beautiful thing to watch from the backside as you begin to come down the steps. It's definitely one in a million. So we've shown you the back perspective, but I believe that the front perspective is just as powerful. As you come down this grand staircase, whether it be with your dad, a parent, a loved one, as you're getting ready to enter your ceremony, having this beautiful design, all of the artwork, the Mediterranean feel of this incredible venue, it really cannot be repeated. It's a beautiful shot of intimacy, focusing on just the 2 of you. The last time really that the parent is going to be with that bride or couple before they're actually married. The impact, if you're paying attention, from the face that comes from those people is really something that we love to capture. I highly recommend that you try to capture that image yourself. Make sure that you talk to your photographer and videographer about capturing this quiet moment with the 2 of you coming down this amazing staircase. Here's another great idea while you're at Villa: where you place your cake. So let's say, for instance, that you guys decide to have dinner down in the wine cellar area, which we absolutely love. As you're bringing your crowd and group through to the dance floor area, to the outside area to hang out after dinner, it's a perfect location to stop and cut your cake. You get to decide, because of this location, is it parents only? Is it just us? Is it the whole group? It's a great place to have. If you decide to have dinner outside, and once again, maybe you don't want to pull everyone around, but a few folks, you bring them in here, you cut the cake, it's easily distributed. Another kind of secret gem when you're here on location for cake placement. I would definitely try it. Hey, I wanted to pause just for a minute to talk about two things. One is the versatility of Villa. So one of the things that I do really appreciate is that, let's say that you're having a December wedding. Let's say that it ends up being 30 degrees out, maybe a light rain at some point in the day. The show must go on. There are multiple different areas at Villa Antonia that allow you to still have an incredible wedding day. The area that we're standing in is called the wine cellar area. It is fully capable of having a full reception, believe it or not. It's definitely full capacity for having dinner before you move over to where they have another ceremony site or the dancing area. So just know that they've really thought out a lot of different areas for making sure that you're covered in all environments of the weather. But when you're thinking about hiring, and this is particular to videography, this venue, with all its brilliance and all the things that it has, is tricky. And you definitely want to hire a team that has shot here many, many times and that really understands what they're doing. Let me give you an example. Let's say that the ceremony is outside. All of your audio for recording your vows, strings, music accompaniment, all have to be out there. But let's say the weather changes, or let's say you just decide to use this magnificent room. All of the audio, all of the lighting has to then be moved in here for, let's say, toasts. Those toasts have to be able to be captured with not only the couple, their parents, best man, best woman, best partners, best friends, right? But then from here, we still may be going over to the dance area, which means once again, we're moving our entire system. Now, to you on your wedding day, it's invisible. But without these key things, which is imagery, lighting, and sound, you're not going to have a compelling video. This is something that Photo House Films understands backwards and forwards. Not only do we understand it backwards and forwards, we understand it backwards and forwards at Villa Antonia. So just remember that though it looks effortlessly, effort comes from hours and hours and days and months and years of practice and experience. That's what makes something look easy. So just remember, at Villa Antonia, experience absolutely matters on your wedding day. Okay, we're gonna do the lightning round in the back area of Villa Antonia. We just came out of the back side of the wine cellar area, right? And now we're just gonna show you some really intimate moments. This is important. If you look right now at this beautiful waterfall and everything that's happening here, but right now, it is 6:13 p.m. This area looks completely different at 2:30. So if you're gonna use an area here for shooting, whether it's bridal party, family, couple portraits, make sure that you understand the time of month, and not only that, what time of day you want to shoot. Now, as a bride, you're not going to want to know that. Make sure you check with your photographer and videographer to they fully understand how they want that piece of it to go. So, pull around number one. Are you kidding me? Look at the waterfalls. You can shoot from here. You can shoot from here. You can bring your whole bridal party down here. It's a really beautiful place to have just an intimate moment. So make sure you stop by the waterfalls when you're at Villa Antonia. Come on, let's go look at the next one. All right, bull around location number 2, the back stairway. It is absolutely insane. Tons and tons of stairs. You can put your whole bridal party. You can put your whole family. And tons of times, I actually shoot the entire family portrait session on these steps. Individual bridal parties. It's one in a million back here as well. But let me spend just a second talking about golden hour. The infamous golden hour that we all talk about so much. What most people don't understand about golden hour is depending on the venue, it changes. And you need to know this. So tonight, I've already looked. Sunset is at 8:30 p.m. But it's only 6:17 right now. And if you'll look at the back of my head, this is the golden rays that we're all searching for those beautiful, intimate couple portraits. But look behind me even more, and where the sun is going to set at Villa is probably closer to 7:15. After that, golden hour here in this spot is done. You'll still see the sun in the hills, but for here, you're done. So if you're planning to take your sunset golden hour portraits 30 minutes before sunset at Villa Antonia, you're going to miss it. So make sure you know when you're talking to your videographer and photographer that the normal rule here is 2 hours before sunset is pretty clean. And even if you need to go do something else and just come back for sunset photos, that's very, very common. Just remember to ask about that. Remember that every venue has a different sunset time. It is not the sunset time you look on your phone. So make sure you know that answer when you're building out your schedule with your planner. Again, round number 2, the beautiful back staircase, highly recommend using it. As a photographer, videographer, one of the things that I'm always trying to do is create a new shot that's never been done by anybody else. And this area right here, round number 3 area to go to, is the back side of Villa. And the reason I love it so much is that if my wedding was here, I can guarantee you right now, this is where I would hold my cocktail hour. We've already been up or will have gone up to the ceremony area. We've got the beautiful balconies to look, but look at this incredible area. It's kind of that secret club vibe. I probably bring some furniture down here to set up where everyone can come and chill, maybe a little bit of live music. It's kind of the in place to be that no one knows about. I hardly ever see pictures being used in this area in that kind of capacity. And looking at all the foliage that they keep going year round, it's just such a cool, peaceful place to be. Again, quiet, away from the other areas you plan on using. If you're going to be at Villa Antonia, try to use all the areas. It's going to be worth it. All right, so right off the back courtyard that we just discussed is what they call the greenhouse ram. It's a really cool little spot. So you can do a few things with this. You could have a private dinner, which I think would be awesome. We could still come down and photograph a few of those moments, just the two of y'all, your first dinner together, so awesome. Or we've also seen where maybe you just want to have a very intimate small dance for your own down here. It's really, really versatile. So when you're thinking about all your different layouts, make sure you ask about the greenhouse room, make sure you come and take a look at it and see if it's something that you think would be worth using. Have I talked about stairwells? Everywhere. Stairs here, stairs above us, stairs to the side. There's so many amazing opportunities to use these leading line walkways. But don't forget, in the middle of the day, this is full sun. You're not going to have this beautiful shade. So when you're talking to your planner, your videographer, make sure you plan out what time of day you want to do all of these things. Beautiful, 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 beautiful color behind it. Make sure you get photos down here. Again, small bridal party, just the two of you. Oh, solo shots in the tux, looking all dope. I would totally use it. You and your bride's dress, great location. Right as you're coming up from the greenhouse. The bridal walk-in at Villa is absolutely insane. It's a very unique perspective that you're not going to find in a lot of places. To the right of me is one of the main ceremony locations. So as the bride is walking in with their dad, mom, whoever they've decided is really important to walk down, they get a full view of all the people who have come to see her get married, while the groom cannot see her at all. When you're setting up this shot, talk to your photographer and videographer because usually they're going to be over there waiting for you. I highly recommend getting a couple of quick shots as you come down this beautiful pathway, then they can lead back into the ceremony. You're going to be really, really happy you have some images to complete that storyline from the very beginning of the ceremony. One of 2 ceremony locations at Villa Antonia, the outdoor ceremony does not disappoint. We definitely love the views of the incredible hill country, Travis Lake, everything that it brings during that moment. But I want to talk to you about this because you know it so well, that I want to talk about real quick a couple of tips that really can make a difference on your wedding day. Now, as a professional photographer and videographer, we're not going to miss your first kiss. We're not going to miss your processional. We're not going to miss the recessional, right? These are things that we should be able to do backwards and forwards without any problems. But every once in a while at Villa Antonia, when it's a larger wedding, we've seen the chairs go all the way to the edges. And I would encourage you to leave the sides open on both sides and take those chairs and extend them to the lower level. There's still great seats. You can still see. It actually adds a little bit more depth as you come from the house. It's a really neat idea to do. But why do we do this? Very simple viewpoint of the ceremony. By opening up those two aisles, what it allows to happen is for us to reign on each side without disturbing the center, allowing us to get those cross-angle viewpoints of each person along with the center story. And as you're telling that story, it's so important to have multiple perspectives. The other reason you want to do it is another huge perspective is the family reaction. What are they going through while you're getting married? Being able to go down the line and turn the cameras back towards grandparents and parents that may be tearing up or sobbing, they may be smiling and laughing. For you to be able to see that viewpoint is huge. And I'm not a huge believer of manning up right in the front. I think it does disrespect for the family. Again, it's only my viewpoint, but our job is to capture and make sure that we don't interrupt anything that's happening with that ceremony. It's a great tip. I hope you try it. It'll make a huge difference on your pictures and video. Opening up the side aisles, give it a try. I always try to remind my clients about using staircases, stairwells for group opportunities. They're a really great place. A lot of times if you have a height dynamic, or maybe someone's super tall, someone who may not be as tall, you can use steps in lots of different ways to create very, very great looking pictures. Here at the gazebo at Villa, there's a plethora of areas that you can use right behind me. The arches and the angles that can be used throughout the day. Right now, you can see it's almost full shade. But depending on when and how you know to use this room, there's lots of full sun opportunities. There's lots of nooks and crannies, lots of archways that can be used for quite stunning couple portraits. Caveat, when you're hiring a professional photographer here at Villa, make sure 100% that they understand and can shoot off-camera flash. On-camera flash will not suffice at this location. You have to understand how to create that light and how it's used, especially with the beautiful powerful sun and when you're sitting in shade. This is going to be used for couple portraits. This is going to be used for family portraits. What I mean by that is a lot of times you need to light the subject enough to where it matches the light that's in the back. And an on-camera flash is not going to get that done for you. Just make sure you check with them. Make sure you've seen pictures of their work that they can actually do this. It's critically important. It'll make these areas absolutely unique to your wedding. And don't forget, try out the gazebo, try out some stair shots, definitely try out some off-camera flash with those incredible backgrounds. You're going to absolutely love it. Balconies, balconies, balconies. There's almost too many to count at Villa Antonia. I highly recommend that you take advantage of all the locations. When we were upstairs in the bridal and the groom suite, we visited one of them, but directly behind me is the bridal, the groom. It's a beautiful place to have balcony shots taken. Yes, you can take them from up there, but a really cool idea is to have a bride and a groom on each one of the different balconies, and you're actually shooting from a location, shooting up towards them. It's a very unique experience, a very fun experience. You can do it almost like they're in England looking down on the crowds, right? Or they're in Italy looking down over something. You can do it with each bridal party. It's just another distinct look that you can pull off here. I highly encourage you to make sure you check them all out. Make sure you decide which ones you'd like photographs at and make sure that your photographer and videographer are aware of them. Definitely try it out. You're going to love it. The outdoor dinner seating area at Villa is just quite mind-blowing. To be able to have dinner in this outdoor experience while you take in all the sights and sounds, looking over the majestic villa itself, it's really one that's remembered. When you invite all your family and friends in those big table styles, to just be together outdoors celebrating. Being able to look out over these amazing hills of Austin, surrounded by your family and friends, is something you're going to remember for the rest of your life. If you also decide to have your first dance and your toast out here, again, having the whole group, creating an area of just complete bliss, it's one of our favorite areas to video and photograph throughout the night. Extremely unique to this area. I highly recommend, if possible, to have your dinner, first speech, and toast outside on this beautiful patio. While we're out on this beautiful patio, I thought I'd spend just a minute giving you another tip about toast, just to go over a few things that really help out. One, when you're thinking about your toast, make sure that they're going to be in areas that are easy to film and photograph. And all I mean by that is the viewpoints. If you decide that you want to sit versus standing, that is totally okay. There are lots of ways that we can still capture that emotion. But being back, let's say, into a corner where we only can get one perspective instead of being able to go around to the sides, that's where, of course, we're still going to capture it, but it makes those images and stories very limiting. The more that you're out and in the open, even if you're sitting, and if the speakers are somewhere in that proximity, it allows us to get some really incredible viewpoints of those toasts. So as you're planning that, just make sure that you think about, where would we like to have them? Does it make sense? I think the hard things that I see sometimes is when the toasts are over here and the couple is over here, and it's hard to make the connection between the two of them. Again, there's no wrong answer, but as you're thinking about and you're looking at examples on Pinterest and on all the boards that we have, take a look at some of the toast photographs and films that you like, and make sure to share that with your photographer and videographer. It'll go a long way for that section of the night. Our final location, welcome to the party. This is the Villa Antonia reception hall, where all your dancing, all your partying is going to begin. Only thing I really want to say about this area is that the ceilings are fantastic. It's a great place because it is long for people to spread out, and it allows us throughout, if you decide to have your first dances, parent dances, all the partying going on in here, it makes for a very easy room to capture. No matter where the band or DJ sets up, it's extremely accessible. You also have 2 points over in the corners if you decide you want to move your cake over here, or if you want to add a photo booth in here. It does make it easy for a group to photograph, and it all puts it in one place. The second thing about this location is this is ceremony location 2. So if you decide that maybe it's a 110-degree August day, or if there happens to be rain for a part of the day, this is such a phenomenal backup plan. With the doors, which you can't see, not yet, right in front of me, that you're able to come in and out of. It's a beautiful grand entrance. Again, another beautiful, solid plan in case Mother Nature or anything else doesn't behave. But if you get married out on the patio, it's a perfect walk area from the patio and dinner straight in here to party, also allowing people to go back out, hang out in the chairs when they need a break. It's a really, really great area for a dance party. Again, Villa Antonia is one of the most unique and spectacular venues in the rolling hills of Austin, Texas. If you were ever considering getting married, this has to be one of the stops on your list before making your final decision. With so many unique elements that just cannot be found anywhere else, you've got to give this venue a look. I hope that our tips have helped you throughout as you're planning. I hope that you're able to put them to use. We wish you the very best of luck, and we hope you have an amazing wedding day.